ब्रह्मस्वरूपा परमा ज्योतिरूपा सनातनी सर्वविद्याधिदेवीया तस्यै वाण्यै नमो नमः। स्वागतं सर्वेभ्यः। अथ हल् सन्धयः। Now this section will be dealing with the Hal Sandhi. What is this Hal Sandhi? Has it got anything to do with a dentist? No. Here Hal, if you can remember from the Varna playlist, it is the Pratyahara which denotes all the Vyanjana from Hayavarat, Land, Nyamagananam, etc. up to Shashasar and Hal. So the Pratyahara Hal will indicate all the Vyanjanas. So a Vyanjana Sandhi is also called as the Hal Sandhi. This Hal Sandhi is the third part in our series here. We have discussed the Swara Sandhis and the Visarga Sandhis in detail, in great detail. But in this Hal Sandhis, we shall only scratch the surface of the coming subdivisions. That is because Hal Sandhi is a very large, extensive prakaranam. It is a large system of forming words or of joining words. It is called a prakaranam. And there are many internal ones as well. These internal ones we shall not be discussing right now in this series. However, we shall discuss only the external ones. So if you remember what an external sandhi is, it is when two words, two pada, when they come very close, they form an external sandhi will operate then. However, an internal sandhi occurs when there is only one word, one padam, and that is formed by the dhatu or pratyaya, etc. Those modification when they happen within the word itself. But these external ones can also be applied sometimes as internal sandhis, but only sometimes. Not every time all the 12 sandhis are to be considered as both external as well as internal, but they are primarily external. In a given situation, if there is a probability that an external sandhi can occur as ordained by Panini, they will. That probability will increase. And in these 12 sandhis, which are quite extensive, there are corollaries, which means the reverse rule also applies sometimes. For example, in Stutva and Shtutva, now these are two divisions of Vyanjana Sandhis. In that, the Purva and Para, if they occur as Tu and Stu respectively, now what these are, we shall explain in the next video. But if they occur as Tu and Stu, one type of Sandhi occurs, as well as if it occurs as Tu and Stu, that is XY and then YX. So in such reverse conditions also, there are certain rules. That is why these external ones are quite extensive and complicated. But for the sake of simplicity, we shall only focus on one-way reactions. That is Purva and Para. X plus Y gives what? We shall not discuss the reverse cases, the corollaries. So when does a Vyanjana Sandhi occur? A Vyanjana Sandhi occurs when there is the Purva or Para being a Vyanjana. So here, in the case of Swara Sandhi, the defining characteristic was that the Purva and Para both should be a Swara. But in Visarga, the Para could never be a Visarga. Only the Purva was always the Visarga. That is quite obvious. But in the Vyanjana Sandhi, either the Purva or the Para should be a Vyanjana. That's the only requirement. But majorly, the Purva being a Vyanjana will be validated as a Hal Sandhi. And where there is no given rule, there is no specified rule, there a simple mela or a samhita will occur. That is, joining of a Vyanjana with a Swara or a Swara with a Vyanjana will occur. Or a Vyanjana with a Vyanjana itself, like a Samyukta Akshara, will occur. Now the basis of this Vyanjana Sandhis are the Maheshwara Sutras, because they depend on the Pratyaharas. They deal extensively with the Pratyaharas. So the Vyanjana Sandhis, all the 12 of them, probably not all, but the majority of them will depend on the Maheshwara Sutrani. Hence, if you haven't watched the Maheshwara Sutra video in the Varna playlist, do so. As we have discussed all along, there are 12 major external Hal Sandhis. And now here are some conventions that I want to discuss before we dive into the exact definitions and rules and examples of the 12 subdivisions, 12 battalions, if you will. The first one, now this symbol here with the flower brackets with the Samskrita numeral, this means the first column. Again, you should be very familiar with the Varna system here. Now we are discussing the Vyavastha 1, which is the Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, Cha, 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 etc. In that system, the first column, which means Ka, Cha, Ta, Ta, Pa, will be represented as the flower brackets and 1, which means the first column of the Vargiya Vyanjana. Similarly, this set of 1, Ekam, Dve, Trini, this will represent the first, second, and the third columns. That means all the Vyanjanas which are there in the first, second, and the third columns of the Vargiya Vyanjanani. Some more conventions here and some more rules that we want to remember is that Anuswara being an Ayogavaha, right? It comes under the Kapahyam. Ayogavaha is still classified under the Hal Sandhis because it is easier to deal with Anuswara by considering it to be a cousin of the Makara. Not a Makara, it is Makara, the Ma sound, because it is closely related to that. We are going to deal that with in the Hal Sandhis itself. But we have already seen that the Visarga Sandhi deals with the Visarga, Jihvamuliya and Upadhvaniya. So the only other remaining Ayogavaha is what? Is the Anuswara, right? And let's just recollect what an Agama is. Now the Sandhi is based on 4 functions: Agama, Adesha, Lopa and Prakriti Bhava. Lopa and Prakriti Bhava are quite rare in the Hal Sandhi, but Agama and Adesha are frequent. Agama is in between the Purva and Para, a third letter, a third party interferes. An extra letter is put in between the Purva and the Para. And Adesha will be if the Purva or Para, whichever be the case, is substituted with something else. If substituted with another letter, that will be the Adesha. So we have heard the saying Shatruvat Adeshaha Mitravat Agamaha. So a friend, what is our behavior towards a friend? We welcome friends. Our friends do not kick us out of our home. We welcome them as guests. We treat them well. So that is an Agama. Mitravat Agamaha, Shatruvat Adeshaha. So there can't be 2 opposing parties under the same roof. Therefore, one needs to go out, one needs to exit. So that is, you're substituting one with another. That is the Adesha. Now, you're again familiar with the rows represented as Ku, meaning the first row. Ka, Ga, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. Again with only the pure Vyanjanas. Please bear that in mind. Then Chu, meaning Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya. Ch, Ch, J, J, Nya. Tu, Tu, Pu, and so on. All of them denote the rows of the Vargiya Vyanjanas. Now, one more classification that we need to remember is and recollect is from the Visarga Sandhis. We have discussed what the Mridu and the Karkasha Vyanjanas are. And we have dealt with them extensively. The Mridu Vyanjanas are the Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Hayavaral. 3, 4, 5, Hayavaral is how you can remember that. These are put under the acronym, the set called HUSH. Because Hayavarat, Lan, Nyamagananan, Jabhain, Ghadadash, Jabagadadash. Right? Jabagadadash. That HUSH comes and includes all the Mridu Vyanjanani. Then the Karkasha Vyanjana, the hard consonants are 1, 2, Shashasa. You can remember it as 1, 2, Sheshas. Now that is the Khar Vargaha. Khar. Kha, Pa, Cha, Ta, Tha, Cha, Ta, Ta, Ka, Pa, Shashasa. These are the Karkasha Vyanjanani. Alright. Now we also use many other Maheshwara Sutras in the coming video. So do familiarize yourself with those. With a Pratyahara, what is a Pratyahara, all of that in the Varna playlist. Now, Now there are these pratyaharas and these acronyms, these terminologies that we come across frequently in the Hal Sandhi. That is stu, meaning sa, the varna sa. This is a set containing the element sa, and tu. Tu is ta tha da dha na, the pure vyanjanas with the halanta. Ta tha da dha na. Then stu, it includes the murdhanya. This is called the murdhanya sha. Shakara, Shanmukha, Sha, Ta Tha Da Dha Na. Then Stu will be Sha, the smiling one, Talavya, Sha, Cha Cha Ja Ja Nya. And if you can remember the Pratyaharas, what is Char? Cha Ta Ta Ka Pa, Sha Sha Sa. Now that generally is the first column with the Sha Sha Sa, right? Ka Pa Cha Ta Ta and then Sha Sha Sa. That is called the Char. And then Jash is Jabagada Da, the third column. Then what is Tuk? Tuk just represents the single letter, the pure Vyanjana T. That is called Tuk. This Uk represents just the, like how we say Takara, that we use that suffix Kara to denote the pure Varna, whatever it represents. Like if you say Kakara, it means K. If you say Chakara, it means Ch. And Panini being very concise and he loves brevity, so he says Tuk, meaning Takara, the Varna, the pure Vyanjana. Then Ngamut, again here Ngam is the Pratyahara. Ngam is Nyama Ngananam, right? That Ngananam, Ngananam, that is called Ngam, the Pratyahara Ngam. And Ut again means the set containing these three. Nga, na, na. All right. If all of this is going bouncers, then please watch the Pratyahara video. Then this is the Anuswara, right? That is quite familiar. And Anunasikaha. Anunasika, what? The fifth column. Nga, nya, na, na, ma. Nga, nya, na, na, ma. The fifth one are called the Anunasikas. And then what is a Savarna? Savarna, like in the Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, we said a Savarna means the elongation, the Dirgha or the Hrasva variant of a Swara is called a Savarna because they belong to the same Swara. But here the Savarna belongs, discussing the Vyanjanas in the context of the Vyanjanas means they belong to the same row or to the same Uchchara Sthana, the Utpatti Sthana. They are called the Savarna, for example. But in this context of Hal Sandhi, Savarna means that which belongs to the same row in the Vargiya Vyanjana category. For example, what is the Savarna of Ja? So Ja belongs to the second row, Chu, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya, is it not? So every other letter which belongs to the same row apart from Ja or even Ja itself is a Savarna to Ja. So Cha, Cha, Ja, Nya, all of these are Savarna letters of Ja. So then what are the Savarnas of Ta? Similarly, Ta belongs to the third row, Tu, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. All of those are Savarna. They are called the Savarnas. They are called similar to Ta. And in many cases, which we shall discuss later, all of them, not all of them, in many of those cases, two or more sandhis can happen. Generally, two sandhis happen, not just one. In the previous cases of Visarga and the Swara sandhis, just one sandhi would happen between two Purva and Para. Rarely, like the Purva Rupa sandhi, we would have two or more sandhis happening there. But in Hal Sandhis, it is quite rampant that two or more Sandhis can generally happen between the Purva and the Para. So, to arrive at one answer, we should consider all the possibilities of doing a Hal Sandhi. For example, let's say the Chartva Sandhi, which we shall discuss again in this series. Chartva Sandhi is probably operating along with Chatva Sandhi. Chartva and Chatva, they generally operate together. So whatever rules a Chatva Sandhi says, you operate that, and also see if that situation is eligible for operating the Chartva Sandhi. And in such cases where it is possible, you should do the Chartva Sandhi. Now, a common mistake that people do is they confuse between these two sandhis, also between the Jashtva and the Shchutva sandhi, and such confusion arises. But just go according to the rules of each sandhi, apply the rules, you get an answer, and then analyze if it is eligible, if it comes under the domain of another sandhi. An example for that will be given in the Shchutva and the Jashtva case. And coming back to the Savarna letters, not just the Vargaya Vyanjana, but also these three, what are these three? Semi-consonants, right? Yavara. In the Yavara la, the ra doesn't come here, but Yavala. These three being close cousins of E, U, and L. These three have a Savarna letters, and they are represented with the Anunasika. Nya, V, these are the Savarna letters with the Anunasikas. So a Savarna of Ya is not Va, La or Ka. It is the Ya with the Anuswara. Nya. And similarly for Va is Va, La, These are the semi-consonants. And also, now the first point says the same thing that we have discussed, that more than one sandhi can happen, and in cases where there is no sandhi, that is, the scenario is not suitable to apply any sandhi, like in this case, like vak and patram, then there is no sandhi. That's it. Just do the mela, which means you just combine the para and the purva by the rules of Devanagari. You just represent them as vak patram. There is no sandhi operating there, so it is also sometimes referred to as samhita. But again, people will interchangeably use samhita and sandhi, so there's that confusion is also there. So to resolve that, we just say it is mela. You're just combining purva and para without any change. That is mela. And also, to remember sutras requires a lot of energy and time. So, but please invest in that, because that will also come in hand when you are dealing with two or more sandhis. So you can quickly, off the top of your head, do the sandhis and come to the answer quicker. And also, now we have seen where the sandhis are applicable in the first video itself of sandhi 1. We have seen in this playlist where sandhis are operated in samasa, in ekapada, in dhatu upasarga and dhatu pratyaya. All of these places, a sandhi is to be operated. It is compulsory. It is mandatory. But in a vakya, in a sentence, it is the prerogative of the speaker or of the writer, whatever the case be. Similarly, that rule also applies to the hal sandhis. In a single word, in samasas and in between dhatu and upasarga and all of that, sandhi should be done. Be it the hal sandhi or a swara sandhi, etc., it should be done. But in a sentence, if you're using two words, independent words in a sentence, then it again depends on the writer or the speaker. Now we have discussed what the different types of anuswaras are. But just to recollect, one thing is this is called the Chandra Bindu. With the Chandra and the Bindu, that is called the Chandra Bindu. This is the nasalized form of anuswara. Like we saw here, this is called the Chandra Bindu. And the 12 divisions of these sandhis are given here. The order seems to be a little arbitrary, but that is not so. We have just put them under the same sandhis which they are related to. Jashtva, Chartva, Shchutva, Shtutva, Chatva, Sattva, Purva Savarna, Parasavarna, Anunasika, Anuswara, Namudagama, and then Tugagama. You can put these Tugagamas closer to the Shchutva and Chatva, but since I didn't have any space there and wanted to put them in a table, you can do that. Jashtvam, Chartvam, Shchutvam, Shtutvam, Chatvam, Sattvam, and Tugagama maybe. Then Purva Savarna, along with these 5, 6, and 7. Parasavarna, Anunasika, Anuswara, Ngamudagama. All of these form one class. They are related to each other. And that is the cause for confusion in many people, in many beginners. Now, Jashta Charto, all of these form one category. All right. Now, the which family they belong to is not as important because we are going to discuss each of them independently. But places of confusion is where 8, 9, 10, and 11 can be confused with each other, and then 5, 12, and 7 like that. Now these are the 12 sandhis which we shall see in the coming videos. Next class will be the Jashta Sandhi, the first one, the Jashta Sandhi. Dhanyavadaha.